it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 2 of my 2022 holiday card series. Today I'm going to be making 2 cards using Hello Bluebird's Frosty Littles and a sentiment from Frosty Friends. And I'm going to be coloring to match some pattern paper from the Simple Stories Feeling Frosty 6x8. So I'm going to pull out a piece and tuck it under my cardstock panel so I can pull my color inspiration from that. My images are stamped in Lawn Fawn jet black ink on Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock, and I'm going to be coloring with my Copic markers. Now, normally when I color snowmen, I use BG11 and BG10. Those are my go-tos. But the blue that is in this pattern paper is definitely more of a cornflower blue tone. So I wanted to use B41 and I'm going to blend that out with B000 and then B000. So I'm just doing all 4 snowmen exactly the same, and then I'm going to do the snow on top of the house as well. So I'm going to do all 4 at once since they're pretty quick and easy to color. And then for the second card that I'm going to be creating, I'm going to do a second panel of these exact same images. I'm just going to color one of them on screen because I'm doing them both identically so that I can make 2 cards really quickly and easily. So for all of the snowmen, I wanted to keep their face light, so I put the shadow with the B41 down the back of their bodies, and then with anything they're holding or their scarves that would also cast a shadow, I would put it under there. Blend it out with the B000 and then use the B000. And then I'm going to use RV10 and RV11 to add some rosy cheeks. Again, this is different from what I typically use for blush, but the pinks in this pattern paper are more cool toned, so that's why I went with these cool toned pinks. So just using a little RV11 and then tracing around the edges with the RV10 to give it that blush glow. And then I'm going to use RV13, RV14, and RV17. This is going to pull out that darker flower that is in that pattern paper. I'm going to do a few of the little accessory images, some hats and scarves, and also the little heart on the card that the snowman on the right, the top right, is holding. So I'm using the RV17 for my shadows for all of those. And then I'm going to blend that out with the RV14. Again, just going in the direction that they're facing. So my shadows fall on the back and the highlight will fall on the face. And then I'll use the RV13 as the highlight. So just filling in any remaining white space on any of those images. And then I wanted to go with a darker blue version of the snowmen. So I'm going to use B41, B52, and B45 for the house. I'm going to put a shadow down at the bottom edge and then a smaller shadow right up under the roof line with that B45. And then I'll blend that out with the B52, just pulling that darker shade into this mid-tone and then pulling it down as well from the roof line. And then I'll use the B41, which was the darkest on my snowman. That's going to be the lightest for the house, just to pull everything together and create a nice little highlight there. I'm also going to use these shades to do the 3 little birds. So again, I'm going to start with the B45 and I'm going to put that on their tails and then pull that up a little bit on the body. And then I'll use the B52 to continue toward the face. But I'm going to save the head area and around the eye for the B41, which is the lightest, so that you can still really clearly see it, especially because they're so super tiny and their eye is just like the tiniest little dot. So having that highlight right there helps. And then I'll just add a teeny touch of blush with RV11, and I didn't even blend that out because it was such a small amount. I'm going to use YR04 and YR07 for the carrot noses. That color is not in the pattern paper, but I think it goes fine because everybody knows what a carrot looks like on a snowman, so it kind of needed to be orange. I didn't want to use the hot pink because, you know, I already had that for the accessories, so anything else would have looked weird. So then I'm going to use a lighter pink combo to pull in the lighter pink flower and the berries in that pattern paper, using that RV10 and RV11 that I used on the blush, but I'm going to blend that out with the RV00. So those three shades together are going to make a nice, sweet little combo to do the remaining little hats and scarves on these other snowmen. And then I also decided to do a pink door on my house. There weren't a whole lot of options just using this color palette, so I decided to go with the light pink. And then I also did the little bag of seeds that the snowman next to the house is holding. Then I'm going to go for some dark grays to pull in that black pattern paper background. For the roof of my house, I'm using N3, N5, and N7. I put the shadow up under the snow since that's nice and thick and would be casting a shadow. And then I'm blending toward the edge of the roof with the N5 and then the N3. And then I'm going to pull in N0 and N1 to do the chimney on the roof, and then to do all of the white parts of my little hats and the pom-poms. I'm also going to do the envelope of that card that the snowman is holding, and the front part of this big hat. I wanted it to look nice and puffy, so I'm adding a few little dots as well to create kind of like a woolen look. So I'm going to come in and just add in even more dots there to give it that bit of texture, and make sure that it is, you know, kind of standing out there, just going back and forth between those two shades. And then I'm going to use E47 to color in the trunks of the trees. I just went with a dark brown because I didn't want to draw attention to it too much since it's not in that color palette, but it is a very small area. And then for the trees, I wanted to pull in this kind of teal shade that is in all of those leaves on that pattern paper. So I went with BG34, BG45, and BG49. The BG45 and the BG49 are very cool toned, so it's going to really tie into that color nicely. And then the BG34 is just a bit more warm and green, so it's going to blend nicely with the other two, but still make these look like pine trees. To color in the glass of my windows on my house, I'm just going to use a touch of BG10 down toward the bottom, and then I'll grab a black Sakura Jelly Roll pen and go over the eyes of my snowmen. You could also do it on the birds. I didn't because I didn't want their eyes to get too big in proportion to their bodies, but I'll show you both panels that I've been coloring, and I will trim them out with the matching dies. So I'm going to go back to my pattern paper pad, and by the way, this is a collection from last year, but I have found it still available, so I will link it down below in case you're interested. And I'm just going to tear out a couple patterns to use to create these two cards. And at first I thought I might use that plaid print, but I ended up liking this diagonal stripe. So I'm going to go with that instead, along with the floral print that I used at the beginning. I just pulled out a bigger sheet because I needed more of that. And then I'm also going to do this cornflower blue with the white polka dots. So these are the three that I'm going to be cutting down to use on my card. I'm going to die cut those with the Hello Bluebird Gallery Frame number 3 die. And then I'm going to swap out the inner portion of that. It cuts out the two pieces of the frame. So I'm going to switch them so that I have a contrasting print on the inside and outside edges. Then I'm just going to flip them over to the back and make sure that they're lined up nice and straight. And I'm going to tape these together so that it works as one unit. I'm just going to use some Scotch Magic tape, just the regular tape that you use to wrap your gifts with or whatever. And I'm just going to tape those together so that the seams are connected once again. And if I get too long of a piece, I'll just use my scissors to trim off any excess. So I am going to go all the way around both of these frames, and I tear my tape in half because it's a little bit too wide by itself. You'll get a few little pieces showing through in the grooves of that little scalloped edge. So to avoid that, I just cut the tape in half, and then I don't need as much either. I can just use a, like one strip for the bottom and one strip for the side, and then it makes up the other side and the top by tearing it in half. So I'm going to do that for both pieces, and then I have also used the Hello Bluebird Hill and Dale dies to cut some snowdrifts out. So I'm going to use the frame as a guide, and I'm going to tape 3 snowdrifts to the background just by kind of lining that up and then figuring out where I want that snowdrift to go. So I cut these a little bit longer than I needed so I could adjust them and make sure that I have like a different slope on each one. So some I'm going to shift a little bit more toward the left or the right, and then I can just cut off any excess when I'm done. So I just keep referring back to that frame to use as the guide, and then very quickly adjusting while that glue is still wet because it does dry very quickly. So just making sure that everything is going to be in frame and none of that snowdrift is going to be kind of hanging down into the scene below it or too high up so that you see the bottom edge of the snowdrift. So just getting those all lined up and like I said, just testing it out each time in between to make sure that it's there. I probably could have also just traced the lines with a pencil on the background pattern paper, but I didn't think of it at the time. So trimming off the excess, and then I'm going to do the second panel off screen because I'm just doing the same exact thing. And then I wanted my snowdrifts to match my snowmen because they're obviously made from the same snow that's all around them. So I'm going back to the 3 shades of Copics that I used for the snowmen and adding that to the top of my snowdrift. So I'm using the B41 first, and then the B000, just pulling that color out a bit. This is also going to give it a bit of a glow. And then once I'm done with the B000, I'll go in with the B000 and just blend that out even further so that it kind of fades into the white of the cardstock panel, and it'll blend even more as that dries back. So now that I've done both pieces, I've added some foam tape to the back of my frames. So I'm just going to peel off those release papers. I was able to use the full length on the sides, and then I just cut down skinny strips to do the crossbar section in the middle. And I'm going to line that up carefully over the background, just making sure that I get all of those snowdrifts lined up correctly again. Like you can see that top one wasn't quite right, so I just had to readjust it a few times until I had it lined up perfectly. But it was really quick and easy to do. It didn't take too long, and the second one actually went a lot faster. So once I have both of those done, I'm going to pop my card bases into my MISTI so I can stamp on the inside before I have all of that bulk on the front. I'm using some Lawn Fawn plastic flamingo ink and stamping out another little snowman and a bird from the Frosty Littles, and then the sentiment is from the Frosty Friends stamp set. And I did the insides both the same. So now I'm ready to start assembling. I'm going to glue this front focal panel onto my card base, and the card base is Lawn Fawn Ballet Slippers cardstock. and I'm going to just line it up so that I have an even amount of that pink cardstock showing through on all 4 sides, and then gently press that into place. Then I'll bring in my images, and I've also added foam tape to the backs of everything except for the trees, because the trees are going to get overlapped by some of the other images, and we'll see what I mean when I get to that part. But I'm just going to start adding these snowmen in to the little window sections and kind of creating a cute little scene here in these different panels. So I'm going to do this 4 snowmen in the top 2 and bottom 2 sections. And then in the center of the card, I'm going to add the trees. I'm going to take the taller tree and I'm going to add that in the section on the left. And I'm going to scoot that as far left as I can get it. And then I'll put the smaller tree over on the far right to balance that out. And then I have the house that is also going to go in the one on the left. And that one's going to go over toward the right. And I just wanted that tree to be scooted a little bit farther left so you could see a little bit more of it. So I just repositioned that really quick and then added my house back in place. And then in the section on the right, I'm going to add our sentiment, the Let It Snow, and then the 3rd little bird there. And again, I did both of these the same, so the only difference is that pattern paper frame, which is reversed on the 2 cards. And I'm going to also add a little bit of sparkle. You have to have some sparkle with some snowmen. So I'm adding it to all of the whites of their hats. I also added it to the snow on top of the house because I just felt like I needed something in the center section of the card as well. And then I also added it to the little heart on the envelope. So just going to finish that up. And then I think I forgot to add it to the second guy's heart, so I'll have to do that off screen. But anyway, there is a look at all of that detail and another peek at the inside. And you can see all of that little bit of sparkle. I think these turned out super cute. I love this stamp set. I think it's so darling with those snowmen. If you enjoyed this one, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. I post new ones every Monday and Friday. All of the products I use will be linked below, and if you'd like to keep watching, here is day 2 of the previous 2 years of holiday card series. You can click on either one to check them out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.